Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ABC Murders. Last time we were able to scope out the mansion, the doctor's mansion, without anybody hanging around, so we were able to go to some places that we weren't able to go previously. And I wanted to point out we did a little bit better last time in terms of ego points, so we're slowly climbing up, but still a bit behind schedule, but we're all right. Let's go ahead and jump back into things. I believe we were about to interview Donald Fraser?
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
All right. What you got for me, Donald? I hear you drinking something. Or are you just going to tell me that? Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, okay.
This bottle is for our visitors. Personally, I prefer the sherry.
Fair enough.
This man is tired.
Dark circles. Shave? Unshaven? Okay. Crumpled clothes. Okay. Kind of hard to tell.
Donald is short of sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
We've all had days like that, Donald. That's all right.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
Become impatient with his indecision, accuse him of being guilty, reassure him about the fact that he will be listened to. Yeah, all right.
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
Become impatient, encourage him to continue, point out that this is not a psychoanalyst's office. That is kind of what I was thinking, you know? I'm curious about this dream. You know, maybe it'll uncover some facts. But I think this might be the more Poirot thing to do.
A dream? I am no psychoanalyst, my friend.
Good God. How on earth could I have thought you'd listen to me?
All right, fair, my fault.
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
Okay. Oh, we got more ego points, though. So I think I was right.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her around the throat, and I squeeze, and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Okay. The 2 murders were premeditated and were carried out by the same murderer. Donald was very much in love with Betty. Donald was a violent man. Donald does not kill Megan in his dream. Donald is tired. Donald feels guilty about killing Betty. Donald really likes Megan. Okay, so he was very much in love with Betty. He does not kill Megan. He really likes Megan. Donald is starting to have feelings for Megan and feels guilty about abandoning Betty.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
He likes trains.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Grey to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
Interesting.
Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
Remind her that she did not see anybody the day of the murder. Accuse her of having lied. Accuse her of having been the killer's accomplice. Let's have her reiterate the fact so that she can't say, I didn't say that.
Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident, but he wasn't.
The stockings. We can remember that Betty her mother had just bought stockings. I wonder if that could have been from a stocking salesman. Indicate that she lied about leaving Churston. Ask whether she resigned of her own free will. Point out that her departure is suspicious. I mean, this isn't necessarily true, right? She was the assistant of Carmichael, and Carmichael died, so then she'd probably go somewhere else. Did you resign of your own free will?
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
Ask if she will collect the objects. Ask if she will return to Churston. Say that the objects presented a risk. I don't think that they presented a risk, necessarily. Will you return?
Are you planning on returning to Churston?
Who knows what the future holds?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
I met Thora Grey on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Would Thora have married Sir Carmichael if he had lived? Thora Grey stayed behind to settle Sir Carmichael's affairs. Sir Carmichael Clark was close to Thora Grey. Sir Carmichael had offered Thora a brooch. Thora likes Franklin. Thora is evasive about her relationship with Sir Carmichael. Thora is a seductress. Sir Carmichael found Thora charming. Okay. Would she have married Sir Carmichael? She liked Franklin. She's evasive about her relationship. She's a seductress. What if we get rid of Franklin and instead say they were close? So these three to me would indicate that she would have, but I don't think that's true. Sir Carmichael found Thora charming. Thora is evasive about her relationship with Carmichael. Thora liked Franklin. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, Sir Carmichael found Thora charming. Thora is evasive about her relationship with Sir Carmichael. And I ran out of time.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is there another common point between the murders? Yes. Yes, there is. The stockings. Okay, so let's read all of them. No objects of value were for sale in the shop. Mrs. Asher's personal effects, a stocking box, an old account book. The murder is a seducer. Bexhill is a popular seaside resort. Thora Grey saw a door-to-door salesman coming towards the house on the day of the murder. Betty's mother is upset that her daughter never got to wear her gift, a box of stockings. So I believe it would be the door-to-door salesman. Before each murder, the victim or someone close to them were in a situation where they could buy stockings.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest, Job.
Oh, I didn't realize I was back in control. Telephone job. There we go.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
The hunt is on. The game is afoot.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Go and collect the post. Yeah, what's going on, Hastings? Huh? You good, man? Is there anything? Oh, I can read something here. Royal Mathematic and Statistics Society's Bulletin.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities, and villages whose names begin with a D, and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities, and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
So other people are noticing the pattern.
Daily Blague, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Hastings, are you doubting our abilities? We're a team, you know? You've worked with me before, you know my methods.
Are you collecting the post, Poirot?
I am. There's something on that table. We'll check that after this.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
And today is September 11th as well.
It is not the right time.
It is not the right time. During the investigation, you will collect thumbnails. Something about looking at the main menu? I think that might be an optional thing.
Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes.
What's eating you, Hastings, man? Good fellow. You seem perturbed. I think it's a little bit tedious that they make us do the letter thing each time.
down to work.
I feel like that could have been done once and then
All of this needs putting in order a little.
done automatically from there on out, but that's okay. All right, so we have a top corner piece. So that probably is there. This looks like maybe there. Maybe. This?
I think that this is right.
Oh, that's right. This is not that? Oh. No, it is. It's locked in. Okay. Then this. And this.
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay. Wait, is there... No, this is part of the bottom one. Okay. Alright, so then
This
this...
piece should be placed here.
This looks like a top. Oh. Then... This might go... No, that doesn't look right. Oh, maybe it is right. It's just clipping. Oops.
This piece should be placed here.
And then here.
This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
That's very distracting. All right. This
This
here.
page is Child's Play.
And bottom.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
Poirot is so excited about this. See, to me, this clearly doesn't fit here, but okay. I realize that it's not perfect.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going.
All right.
This does not look too difficult.
I agree, Poirot.
This piece should be placed here. This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Oh, okay. Bring the cloth. Oops. Bring the
A
cloth.
dry cloth.
Ahem. If I may.
A bottle of solvent.
Oh my goodness, Poirot. Please calm down. Okay, there we go.
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
Perfect.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Campside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
In the locked cabinet. Read the reconstructed documents. Is it here? Nope.
Poor Mr. Poirot.
I know. Alright. They're here. Thank you. Close.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
That'll help.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
Absences and amnesia.
Dick Dudley Dunbar. owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
We must save Dick Dudley Dunbar. I will not rest. Where do the burned documents come from? Sir Carmichael's medical records have been consulted recently. All of the victims suffered from throat afflictions. And Asher's name is on the documents. The documents come from Dr. Clark's patient records.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Answer the telephone.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Indicate the Black Swan Hotel. Why the Black Swan? When was that referenced? Black Swan.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Encourage Jop. Call instead of Jop. Let Jop call, it's fine.
Do your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key. So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Admit knowing Dunbar's medical records.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt. Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.